The soap, of course, still comes from Yorkshire, and you're based in Leeds. Do you live in Leeds?
I've just moved to Harrogate.
Oh,
Yeah.
Very posh.
It's posh and it's not posh. I just like it. I like the people. I like the stray, being able to walk. I just kind of want to get a dog now. I'm getting sort of a nesting sensation going on, yeah.
You're knocking on a bit, is that what's happening?
Well, I'm 35. I'm still very, very young. Very, very young.
How hard is it working on this soap? Because I know the Corrie people say it's the best fun in the world, which of course you're going to say. But they do work you long hours, and you can be outdoors a lot, and it can be cold in the winter.
Yeah, I just think you can't think about it too much. The other night we were doing 2 night shoots back to back in the village, and it was absolutely freezing. But you just have to say, well, I'm doing the best job in the world. So what? It's freezing. Get over it, just deal with it. Get your thermals on. And there's nothing like a bit of country air. And I'm always alone in this, because I was saying to Charlie Webb, I much prefer working in the village, and Charlie prefers working in the studio, but that's because Charlie's warmer, whereas I just there's something very real and open and free about working in the countryside, in the village, and I love it, even when it's cold, as long as you're wrapped up with your thermals, and generally speaking, silk thermals are what's needed in those climates.
Are you like me as well? I'm just glad to have a job right now. There aren't many around, are there?
I think I can completely agree with you on that. Yeah, I feel very lucky to be in work. Certainly as an actor, from an actor's point of view, we're all struggling for jobs, and when those of us that are in work are damn lucky to be where they are, and so I speak with you on that.
And again, without buttering you up too much, everybody seems to say that there's the best writing and the best soap is Emmerdale right now. I think I probably agree with that. It's the most proper. It's not as silly as Corro, which I love. Don't get me wrong. The humour, I think, is the best in Corro. EastEnders is just too depressing for me. You've got a nice balance, haven't you, in the middle with Emmerdale?
Yeah, and also with each soap, I think we all go on our little circuit of, there's going to be months where it's brilliant. There's going to be months where it dips a bit. I think that's the organic process of soaps, because it's forever changing. So a storyline might happen that maybe isn't as successful, or I don't really know. I think at the moment we do seem to have a winning formula, and it's exciting to be on board. But I would say about all soaps is that everybody goes through that successful time and then dips a bit, and it's nice to have it like that, because then if it's always, always, always brilliant and everyone's always bragging about how brilliant, I don't know, it's just a bit of overkill. I think it's quite nice to have a sort of peaks and troughs, and right now it's a nice peak.
And do you watch yourself back?
Yes, I haven't watched myself for ages actually, and when I do, I generally just squirm and think, why am I even watching this? Because you always find something to pick at, whether it's a double chin or a spot.
Oh yeah, I can see that from here. Your double chin stand out so far.
But that's my point, is we're all so self-critical. Well, I know I am. And it's so silly, because at the end of the day, I'm living, I'm breathing, and I'm working on a great soap, shut up kind of thing. So I do.
Is there a good camaraderie as well? Do you all get on well?
Brilliant, yeah. Love everyone. In fact, we just watched the screening of the DVD, and working with Steve Halliwell, Jane Cox, Jim Hooton, Jeff Hordley, and Lucy Pargeter, and Eden, who's brilliant as Belle, and certainly she's amazing in this DVD. I urge everyone to go and buy a copy when it's out, because it's ace, even just to see Eden's performance. She's amazing. But yeah, we all just gel, because there's not very many egos, so you just get on with it and have fun.
And very quickly, the story of it's called The Dingles. It's out on DVD now. What's it about then?
It's called For Richer, For Poorer, and it's a sort of sliding doors situation where the Dingles, you see Zach and Belle going to buy a lottery ticket, and it's the thing of what if they had won the lottery, and then cut to, and then you sort of see that. So it's just brilliant, because you see that universal truth of love conquers all and money isn't everything, and as sort of what's the word, obvious as that sounds, there's a real simplistic truth about the storyline, and it comes through from all the performances. I think above all, Steve and Jane as Lisa and Zach, and then Belle constantly urging Zach to tell Lisa the truth that they haven't actually won the lottery. It's very moving in many parts, which there's a real narrative going on. I think it's really good.
And do they pay you extra for this? Because they should. I mean, they're making money out of it.
Pay me extra to sit here and...
Well, not to talk to me. Nobody would pay to talk to me. I'm talking about the DVD.
Oh, well, obviously it's another little job in the melting pot that is Emmerdale. But I mean, initially I was supposed to be in it a little bit more than what I was, but with work commitments in the show, they had to cut myself and Jeff, a few of us, out of a few scenes just because of work commitments. But yeah, of course, it's a job.
Good for you. I'm just worried about you, that's all. Emma, really nice to see you, and thanks for talking to us today. And come and see us when you're in the studio in Leeds again.
Let's get a date in the diary.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.